Thanks for coming, you guys. Wow, it's beautiful out here.
This is a love song. I'm going to warn you up front that I'm a Padres fan, so when you hear the reference, don't, yeah, that's what I thought.
If you don't know who the Padres are, it's a semi-professional baseball team we have in San Diego that we're really proud of. You guys have a team up here?
I called her up and said, hey babe, I got last minute tickets to the baseball game, but we gotta go right now. She said, I can be ready in 5 minutes. Just pull up outside, honk your horn, and I'll come out. Sure enough, she came running down her front steps, looking like she just rolled out of her bed. Her hair was a disaster, so she tied it back and stuck a Padres cap on her head. She was wearing some old sweats. I said, babe, it's gonna be hot. She said, I did not have time to shave my legs. And she tried to put some lipstick on in the car, but we hit a pothole and she smeared it all over her face. But she's so beautiful, smoking hot. She's so beautiful, even when she's not. Well, her girlfriend called me up from a bar one night. She said, you better come get her. She's had too much to drink. So I drove down there and picked her up and took her to her house. Then I held her hair back while she threw up in the kitchen sink. And she stumbled to the bathroom, and I helped her get undressed. Then I tucked her in her bed. She slurred the words, I love you. And she fell asleep with her mouth all slack-jawed open like she was dead. But she's so beautiful, smoking hot. She's so beautiful, even when she's not. My knees were shaking as she walked down the aisle. All our friends and relations turned their heads and smiled. I was watching their faces as she passed by each row. I could see they were whispering, she's so beautiful. Well, they were putting tubes in her arms as I held her hand and stood at the side of her hospital bed. Her hair was all matted and stuck to her skin, and her cheeks were all puffy and red. Every now and then she twisted up her face like they were tearing her insides apart. Then she bore the most beautiful child, and I just stood there choking on my heart. She She's so beautiful, smoking hot. She's so beautiful, even when she's not so beautiful. She's still smoking hot. She's so beautiful, even when she's not hot.
All right. Thanks, you guys. Well, we're video stars. A lot of people don't know just by looking at us, but they made a channel on the interweb just for us. It's called YouTube, and it's where they made it just for us to put our videos out to the world. So we have a video for this next song. Somebody actually brought cameras and took pictures of us, moving pictures. And I have a keychain holder in my house. It's green with yellow writing. It says John Deere on it. It's meant for your tractor keys, I guess. It's got a little door, but I don't have a tractor. But I do keep keys in there. But across from the room is a mirror, and it says, in the mirror, I was walking across the room, and I kind of caught a reflection of the keychain holder. Instead of saying John Deere in the mirror, it said, Dear John. And I'm like, we're songwriters, so I'm walking across the living room. All of a sudden, the universe hands me this title, Dear John, John Deere. I started thinking about it. I called Calman. I just went, Dear John, John Deere. He goes, I'll be right over. And so on his way over, he's thinking of things we could write about, and I'm thinking of things. We had 20 different scenarios, and we should probably all write them all out at some point because they were all really kind of fun. But the one we settled on was, he's been drinking again. He promised he would stop, and so she goes outside and she writes a Dear John letter in the cornfield with his tractor.
She wrote him, Dear John, with his John Deere. The cornfield said she's out of here. It was short and sweet, but it was loud and clear. She wrote a Dear John with his John Deere.
He promised he wouldn't, but he did it again. Passed out, blacked out at 6 a.m. in a whiskey coma on the kitchen floor. She had it up to here, she couldn't take no more.
So she threw on her bathrobe and stormed outside. Fired up his tractor and she went for a ride. She plowed his corn and the note she left was a 90-foot message that he'd never forget. She wrote a Dear John with his John Deere. The cornfield said she's out of here. It was short and sweet, but it was loud and clear. She wrote a Dear John with his John Deere. Now she kept it simple so he'd understand. Just 2 big letters for one small man. She started it out with a big old F, and it don't take no genius to guess the rest. Yeah, she kept it simple so we'd understand. Just 2 big letters for one small man. She started it out with a big old F, and it don't take no genius to guess the rest. She wrote a Dear John with his John Deere. The cornfield said she's out of here. It was short and sweet, but it was loud and clear. She wrote a Dear John with his John Deere.
You guys sing that with us.
Dear John with his John Deere.
Yep. Okay, now I see what kind of crowd it is. I'm not using the words, although I should be. There's just a baseball game on. Just wanted to make sure you catch the score. Okay, nothing. Good. I'm just kidding. Everybody, are you guys okay? Oh, good. Just making sure. Yes, it is warm, isn't it? Three-legged dog walks into a bar and says, I'm looking for the man who shot my paw. Oh, grown it up. You're all going to be telling that one tomorrow morning. For sure.
If you ever need a sleeve to cry on, a shoulder for your tears to dry on, call on me, fall on me, and I'll be your rainy day man. If you ever need a line to cling to, someone for your broken heart to sing to, call on me, fall on me, and I'll be your rainy day man. Send a flare up if you're caught out in a storm, and I'll be there to kiss you and hold you and keep you warm. If you ever need someone to lie by, help your lonely night to fly by, call on me, fall on me, and I'll be your rainy day man. Send a flare up if you're caught out in a storm, and I'll be there to kiss you and hold you and keep you warm. If you ever need a sleeve to cry on, a shoulder for your tears to dry on, call on me, fall on me, and I'll be your rainy day man. I'll be your rainy day baby. I'll be your rainy day man.
I like that one. It's so dreamy. In California, they don't train us real good to drive on icy roads, but I learned my lesson the hard way. I wrote this song after one of those near-death experiences on the road. We've all had them, where you kind of drive away going, oh, whoa, wait, whoa, what almost just happened right then? And I wrote this song. This song sort of comes, there's a thing that people talk about during those moments where, your life flashes before your eyes or something, and it's not, for me, it wasn't like pictures of Disneyland or something in my brain, like some kind of, I don't know, film or something. It was just the feeling of the people in my life. It wasn't even pictures of them. It was like just immediate, just emotional lightning bolts that happened over 5 seconds on my way to sliding off the cliff in North Carolina. But that feeling was really profound and just caused, I was away from all my people, and my daughter was just 3 months old, and just everybody that, was part of my life and the feeling of my life. They all just sort of flashed right in front of me and within me. And then Then the car came slamming to a stop because the nice people in North Carolina put pits of sand on the side of the road to keep Californians from flying off, which is really so cool of them. I appreciate you guys laughing at my jokes. We actually drove through Whittier today. The GPS took us a weird way. And Whittier, I thought, and we were driving through there, and I was telling jokes, and my wife was like, yeah, your jokes aren't any funnier here in Whittier. Thanks. That's an original. You're welcome. If you guys want to use that one, you go right ahead. All right, anyways, here's the song that came to me that night at the Super 8 Motel in Charlotte, North Carolina. I ain't no sinner, and I ain't no saint. I ain't no winner. There's lots of things I ain't, but what I am is in love with you. And there's nothing more that I can do. Every time I think it through, I always knew the truth. I ain't nothing without you. Like the river needs the rain, the doctor needs the pain, a song needs a refrain. Although sometimes I'm a ghost, you're the one I need the most. I ain't nothing without you. Now I ain't immortal, but I live that way. And I would love to tell you how I feel if I knew just what to say. But my heart ain't feeling nothing new. I try to stick to what I know is true. Every time I fly away, I count the minutes and the days. I ain't nothing without you. Like the poet needs the page, the actor needs the stage, and anger needs a rage to blow off a little steam. Can I be on your team? I ain't nothing without you. You're what I have up my sleeve, like the air that I breathe. I ain't nothing without you. I ain't nothing without you. I ain't nothing without you. Thank you. Thanks, you guys. I close my eyes for a song and I open them and it's even more beautiful than it was a second ago. It's so nice.
She came home early from the junior prom, mascara running lines down her cheeks. She threw herself into my arms, shaking so hard she could barely speak. And I thought of the hours she spent on her hair. Then I said the words she'd hear if her mother were there. It's gonna be okay, just take a deep breath. It's gonna be okay. Just take a deep breath, get some sleep, and you'll feel better when the morning comes. Well, I wanted to kill him for breaking her heart, but I remembered being 17. I knew he didn't understand what he had done. Boys are so recklessly heartless and mean. But I thought of her future with somebody else. I unclenched my fist and I said to myself, it's gonna be okay. Just take a deep breath and let it all out. It's gonna be okay. Just take a deep breath, get some sleep. You'll feel better when the morning comes. Then I closed my eyes and went back in time, all those years ago. Her mother so pale and fragile, ready to let go. And how I cried at her side and said, baby, I don't know if I can do this on my own. Then she reached for my hand and said, it's gonna be okay. Just take a deep breath, let it all out. It's gonna be okay. Just take a deep breath, get some sleep. You'll feel better when the morning comes. I left my little girl asleep on the couch. I grabbed a blanket and a pillow for her head. I went to my room, I shut out the lights, touched the picture on the nightstand, and went to bed.
Oh, the horsies like that one.
Is that what that is?
Those are horses, yeah.
Okay.
It's hard to know. It almost sounds like a pterodactyl.
Yeah.
Little. This in here, right in Kegel Canyon, there's pterodactyls. I told you we'd talk about it again. Well, I'm just gonna mention it. We're just gonna ease into it. I'm gonna stop talking about it, actually. This is our daughter set. This is another one. This one's about mine. That one, the last one's about his. The one before that was about mine. The truth is, we could probably fill our sets with songs about our kids. When my daughter was little and I was on the road, sometimes we would try and see if we could both see the moon in the sky from wherever we were. And just knowing that we could both see that same thing, that same real thing in the sky, you know? Kind of made us feel closer together. Now she's 26. And she says things. She's an amazing kid, and we don't really see eye to eye all that much, but sometimes if we can both find that one thing that we can both point to, kind of helps us find each other a little better. It's funny how songs change over the years. The moon goes up 2 hemispheres, the same light there is glowing here. the hunter's guide. I'll meet you there. Not so cold, not so scared. So dial me up into the end, and I'll be back home again. It don't matter where I'm bound. When the sky is black and you are blue, we'll have an incandescent view, and I'll be right there next to you. Conversations with the moon. The sound of your voice gives you away, but it'll be alright by the light of day. Baby, please don't cry, 'cause I'm in the sky, and I'll be home by and by. So dial me up and tune me in, and I'll be back home again. It don't matter where I'm bound. When the sky is black and you are blue, we'll have an incandescent view, and I'll be right there next to you. I know you're looking out your window, and I'm on this long and lonesome. The man in the moon will patch you through. Just hold the phone up to your soul. Dial me up and tune me in. I'll be back home again. It don't matter where I'm bound. When the sky is black and you are blue, we'll have an incandescent view, and I'll be right there next to you. 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 Conversations with the moon. Thanks, you guys. Okay, sure. Wow. That's not many people say that sentence. That's a good sentence. That's funny. When we're suggesting songs to each other. You might not be able to tell by looking at me, but from time to time I visit the dispensary. Sink it in. I know, it's hard to tell. But it's true, and I remember, actually, you guys maybe too, remember a time when, there weren't dispensaries and, it was illegal. And you'd have to go to, some dude's house and give him your money and then wait at his house while that dude went to some other dude's house. And that's when we learned the very famous and infamous rule, never go with a hippie to a second location. Very important. But also, remember sitting around with your friends? Me and my friends literally would talk about, dude, what if there was a store, right? And your friend would take it, no, dude, store. What if they delivered, man? What if they delivered? And you're like, oh my God. And it really is real, right? It's not just me. I'm not just making it up. It's a thing. You pass them, they're right next door to the Kmart. It's freaking weird. I don't get it. Is there a Kmart anymore? No. Okay. Good joke, Grandpa. It's a dispensary now. Thanks. It's called J-Mart. Good night, everybody. That's one. I also want to start a company that picks you up and gives you a ride and sells you weed on the way called Duber. Come on. Or Splift. Splift. Excuse me while I ride my splift. Oh, nice. Okay.
What key do you smoke this in?
E. Echo. So I got to the dispensary and I was really surprised to find out that I thought it was just going to be guys like me hanging out in line wearing, Rush t-shirts or something like that. Just, what kind did you get? Indica, man. What kind do you? I got Indica too. Cool. All right. But it wasn't. It was just like this. It was just people from everyday life, store clerks and, teachers. Lots of teachers. And firefighters and cops all in line to get weed. And it really was amazing to me. And I don't know why I was so surprised. I have this motto that I joke about, and people who know me know I have a bit of a reputation for this. But I have this motto of where I say, I stand behind every gig. And that's just because I'm usually standing out back of the gig, sending up smoke signals or whatever, however you want to say it. And but it's funny when you're standing back there and people can smell that you're back there. They know what's going on. And they'll make a decision to either stay where they are or go investigate what's going on there. And I'll end up generally with half the venue of people out there over time. And I remember one night this guy came out and wanted to take a little hit, and that smells good, man. I said, sure, here, take some. And we stood there and talked a minute, and he was some kind of financial consultant or whatever, and he decided to walk back in, and he goes, listen, I'm going to go back in. Thank you so much. That was great. But if you meet my wife, please don't tell her that I got high, And I'm like, no problem, man. I won't even remember this in 3 minutes. I know your wife. And so he went back in, and 10 minutes later, this woman comes out. And that smells amazing. Can I have a little? Sure. We talked, and she was in the finance world, and she smoked a little, and went back, and she's like, listen, if you meet my husband, I'm like, no problem, I won't, but you guys should probably talk. I really want you guys to communicate. Anyways, going to the dispensary sort of got me thinking, and that's where this song comes from. Well, he drives an F-150, supports the NRA, hitched his wagon to the GOP. Well, he farms the live long day away, and he's earned the right to play. So every night at sunset, he rolls one up to toast the day. Now the rodeo has hippies, the tractor pulls are trippy, and the jukebox now plays Lucy in the Sky. Now that the cowboys get high. Well, the times they are a-changin', and he's been a-changin' too. Budweiser kombucha and lavender-flavored chew. And he thinks he's a vegetarian because he stopped having chili on his fries. He discovered sitar music, but he don't want to see through his third eye. Now the rodeo has hippies, the tractor pulls are trippy, and the jukebox now plays Lucy in the Sky. Now that the cowboys get high. Well, he fell in love with a liberal, and they moved out west to Coeur d'Alene. And he's still a farmer, but the crops don't look the same. And they still argue politics, but it never gets insane. 'Cause right and left don't matter when you're on a higher plane. While the rodeo has hippies, the tractor pulls are trippy, and the jukebox now plays Lucy in the Sky. Now that the cowboys get high. All right, your turn. Here we go. Now that... Yeah! Nice job. Nice. You guys are awesome. We're going to do one more song, and we're going to take a break. And that's a great time for you to eat and get to know each other. Does everybody here know there's chili? Whoa. Wow. I mentioned chili in the last song. What a segue.
Maybe I'll mention chili in the next set.
Maybe you should wait until, don't mention the chili in that, don't do the chili joke now. You have something to look forward to. We've got CDs, right?
We do have their $20
Do you guys,
each.
anyone here still have a CD player? Vintage? They'll work on your record player too. They just don't sound as good. But they will work. You're going to need a new needle.
Don't let me get old while the night is still young, 'cause I got a whole lot of living left before I'm done. I'll reckon with Jesus when the morning comes, but don't let me get old while the night is still young. You can see where I've been by the lines on my face. Maybe I slowed down a little, but I'm still in the race. When the angel comes calling, I ain't gonna run. But don't let me get old while the night is still young. Whether I roll like Willie or crash like Hank, I wanna pull into heaven on an empty tank. I'll lay down this guitar when the last song is sung, but don't let me get old while the night is still young. Whether I roll like Willie or crash like Hank, I wanna pull into heaven on an empty tank. I'll lay down this guitar when the last song is sung, but don't let me get old while the night is still young. And I'll pay what I owe when the last bell is rung. Just don't let me get old while the night is still young.
We'll be back in a few minutes. Enjoy the break. Enjoy each other. Thanks, you guys. We often get visited at our shows up here by old friends that we haven't seen in a while and get to invite up to play a song. And I want to have a buddy of mine come up, buddy of ours, come up. I've known this cat for a long, long time, and we used to tour around in a band called the Joel Raphael Band back in the day, which is, if you guys know Joel Raphael, he's an amazing songwriter, and Siege played lead guitar in that band, and I played percussion in that band. And we were roommates, and I spent a lot of time watching him play guitar. And it was an amazing experience for me and an amazing secret lesson that he didn't even know he was giving me. But I learned a lot about music and a lot about guitar, but I also just learned a lot about how to be a person, because I was this weird kid, and Siege was not. He was weird, but he wasn't a total, quite as young as me. I was about 3 years old, and I think you were 15 or 16 or something like that. It seemed like that was the interval anyway of some kind. But I learned a ton from this guy, and he's an amazing singer-songwriter, and we worked together on all sorts of stuff, and I wanted him to come up and do a song for you guys so that you could hear him. I think you might have heard him already, but please welcome Siege. I know. You'll get it. You're going to make something yourself one day, kid. You can adjust that strap if you want. No, it's good. I'll do my usual thing. We did. That was hot.
Hi, folks. Oh. Hello? Hi. That's a damn good question. I live in Garden Grove. I spent 17 years traveling to military bases around the world as a social worker, and then in between, I would come back with new songs, and Jeff would produce my CDs. But I was on the road so much, I was, too busy to play much. So now I'm not doing that anymore, and I'm home a lot. I've been in a 2-year negotiation with my brain as to how we're gonna do this thing. So I'm thinking about doing a brand new song I wrote as part of that process. It's called "Seems My Mind Got a Mind All Its Own." Lurching forward, looking back, getting nowhere, that's a fact. It seems my mind got a mind all its own. It's a mystery, it's like a poem, where all the words just sit alone. It seems my mind got a mind all its own. My mind, my mind, my mind got a mind of its own. I love you, darling, you know it's true. And when I hurt you, it hurts me too. It seems my mind got a mind all its own. What you say? Confused? Let me put it this way. Night is day, day is night. Right just left, no left ain't right. right. It seems my mind got a mind all its own. I know the truth, I tell a lie. I know when, I don't know why. It seems my mind got a mind all its own. My mind, my mind, my mind got a mind of its own. I love you, darling, you know it's true. And when I hurt you, it hurts me too. It seems my mind got a mind all its own. Lurching forward, looking back, and getting nowhere. That's a fact. It seems my mind got a mind all its own. I went to heaven, I saw the boss, said what's with Satan, sin, and all this loss. He said my mind got a mind all its own. That's what he said. He said his mind got a mind all its own. All its own. It seems my mind got a mind all its own. There you go. Thank you. That's the first one I played out.
That's so great. Yeah. All right, we'll get out and see Siege. You playing sometime soon? Next week, October 1st? Oh, at Severin Brown's place. The first Friday? October 1st. The very first Friday in October. We don't even have to worry about numbers and math, man. We can just think about the days, you know, like which day, man. Yeah. Thanks, Siege. That was really, really sweet. I love the way you play.
So, did he just play the blues in Dadgad?
Oh, yeah, totally, yeah. He can do this is all in Dadgad. This is called Dadgad. It's an alternate tuning. Most of us are folkies, at least at the alpha level. Folky alpha level. Some of us are master folkies. And I'm not going to say that again. I'm in a tuning called Dadgad, which is D-A-D-G-A-D. Dadgad. I learned it from Siege, and he learned it from some mystical dancing, singing sprite in the woods of, I don't know, Scotland or something.
But he played all those blues licks in it.
He plays the whole thing, all of it, while he's also going, yeah, it's crazy. So the other one's in standard tuning or the missionary tuning. We're in Kegel Canyon. It's getting funnier. See, if you just stick with something, nobody likes a quitter. Just, oh, she's asking for the chili joke.
Let's do this song first.
I think that's a solid plan.
I don't think I've
Oh
told
my God, they're groaning.
I don't think
They're
I've
groaning.
told that joke in a long time.
He'll get there. He's going to think about the joke during this song so he can remember it.
Well, this is a song about how we're all important to somebody even if we don't know it. It's called My Name is Sam. My name is Sam and I'm the family dog. I lie around sleeping all day long. While Trevor's at school, I'm home alone. And I run to the door when Trevor gets home. And he hugs my neck and he says my name. He throws the ball for a while and he's off again. And it's just a few minutes of his time. And I'm just another stop on his way. But those few minutes when he's on mine are the best few minutes of my whole day. Well, my name is Trevor and I'm in the 6th grade. My dad is named Ben and he works long days. After school, I'm home alone. And I run to the door when my dad gets home. And he ruffles my hair and we talk about stuff. He makes me dinner, then I go to bed. And it's just a few minutes of his time. And I'm just another stop on his way. But those few minutes when he's on mine are the best few minutes of my whole day. Well, my name is Ben and I'm a single dad. My father's in a home and he's getting real bad. I go to see him with Trevor and Sam. But most of the time, you don't know who I am. But sometimes, there's a light in his eye. He says my name, and we talk about stuff. And it's just a few minutes of his time. And I'm just another stop on his way. But those few minutes when he's on mine are the best few minutes of my whole day. Well, I'm an old man and I've lost my mind. I can't tell what's real most of the time. But there's a boy named Trevor and a man named Ben. I've seen them before, but I'm not sure when. And they always bring a dog named Sam who licks my face and lays his head in my hand. And it's just a few minutes of his time. And I'm just another stop on his way. But those few minutes that dog's on mine, and they're the best few minutes of my whole day. Well, my name is Sam and I'm the family dog. I lie around sleeping all day long. Thank you.
This next song's about a bag of kittens. I It's too dry to deliver. You got to let them know you're joking. Just right in the joke. But right then they're like, shit. No, not really. No, not out here. Not where the horsies can hear. Is the bag open? Is there water? They're asking questions on the first few rows. There's Schrodinger's kittens. That's right. Oh, everybody's like, oh. That's your groan, Garrett. That's on you. Don't say jokes from the front row. They will come out of the microphone. I won't even know it happened. It's just osmosis. All right, well, here, let's do this song. No, let's do this other new one today. You've heard this one. This is how we learn each other's new songs, is we just play them for you guys. It's in G. You know, feel free. The chorus has that one word. We'll hold it out real nice. It's that word. Well, it's not. If there was a title here printed, it would be that.
I'll be surprised.
You won't. You'll know as soon as. I turned 50 on March 7th, 2020. It was literally the last gig I had before the lockdown happened. We were in San Francisco. Man, that was a weird time, huh? And we all didn't know what was going to happen. And for just a split second, every day, for, like 12 weeks, couple months maybe, just for a split second, every day, we all had to kind of think to ourselves, wow, this could be the last day. And I was pretty depressed about it at first, but then after a while, I kind of started to get pretty good at it. I started to make the most out of every day. Even if it meant like going outside and, crossing the street when someone else was on that side of the street and all that stuff we were doing. Just trying to get out and do everything I can to make that day, maybe my last day, the most amazing day I ever had. And a lot of it had to do with the age I was turning and all that stuff. And it was an amazing time for me. It was terrifying, and we lost a lot of amazing people. And we all had to face whatever that thing is that we faced. Time to wait for no one is ringing in my ear. Had that tiger by the tail now for years and years. Time is like a shotgun pointed at your heart. Don't wait around too long for life to start. Way too much time living in the past, like dwelling on the dynamite and not the blast. Just gotta learn to love the place I'm at today. There's no yesterday or tomorrow, they only carry sorrow today. On now is never then. Sometimes memory's a sin, and there is no time to cry and cry again. Today. Now I ain't got the answer or even who to ask. All I know is life goes way, way too fast. Time is like a dancer gliding on their feet. It's not about the steps, it's about the beat. And there is no future and no past. And nothing's real and nothing lasts. And it can all be gone in a flash today. There's no yesterday or tomorrow. They only carry sorrow today. On now is never then. Sometimes memories are sin. There is no time to cry and cry again. Sing with me. Today. No yesterday or tomorrow. They only carry again today. Today. Yeah. Now is never then. Sometimes memories are sin. There is no time to cry and cry and cry again. Today. Yay. Thanks. Great singing.
So I don't know if you mentioned this, we've been playing together for 25 years. We're going to do a 25th anniversary show in November. If you're interested in driving down to North County, San Diego.
It's 86 miles from here. I mean, that's nothing, right? Yeah, come down, San Diego. It's in Oceanside.
It's November 4th. It's in a cool theater.
They actually they turned an old porn theater into a performing arts center.
But we're going to have a porn opener.
Yeah. We figured those two things really go well. I mean, what is porn if not performing arts? Really? And this is the center for that, so it's always been. The Brooks Theater in Oceanside, yeah. And also we have info on our website, right?
Yes, I finally put it on our
Oh,
website.
nice, cool. That's berkeleyheart.com. That's the World Wide Web. It's right there in that tiny computer in your pocket.
So this song is from our very first album that we recorded when we were young men. And it's a story song. Oldie but a goodie. And it's about an old homeless man who rescues a baby from a dumpster. Then it gets better. An old gray man, dead in town, digging in the trash, heard a little sound. Baby boy, naked and cold. He said, my God, the world's gone mad, and he wrapped him in his coat. Took him to a church, got down on his knees. He said, son, my name is Eugene Jones, but you can do better than me. You gotta be pretty, you gotta be smart, you gotta have money and friends. He said a prayer and crossed his heart and left a note that read, this is Elvis Einstein Rockefeller Jones. The day that he was born, it was raining sticks and stones. He doesn't have a family and he doesn't have a home. With a name like that, you can't go wrong. Elvis Einstein Rockefeller Jones. Father Tom found the child. He picked him up in the old man's coat and stared at him a while. He read the note, shook his head. He said, my, this'll never do, and he christened him again. This is Joseph Michael Tom O'Malley Jones. The day that he was born, it was raining sticks and stones. He doesn't have a family and he doesn't have a home. But with a name like that, you can't go wrong. Joseph Michael Tom O'Malley Jones. Well, a month or two slipped away. Two old hippies in an SUV adopted him one day. They took him home to San Marin, wrapped him up in a tie-dye shirt and changed his name again. This is Freedom Starshine Marijuana Jones. The day that he was born, it was raining sticks and stones. We're giving him a family and we're giving him a home. And with a name like that, you can't go wrong. Freedom Starshine Marijuana Jones. So this guy goes into a diner for a bowl of chili. He walks up to the counter and he asks the young woman working there for a bowl of chili, and she says, I'm sorry, sir, but the guy next to you got the last bowl. So he looks at the guy next to him, and sure enough, he's got a steaming bowl full of chili. But you notice the guy's finished his drink and looks like he's paid his check. He says, "You gonna eat that?" The guy says, no, go ahead. So he takes the bowl of chili and he starts eating it, and about halfway down, his spoon hits something hard. It's a dead mouse. So he immediately pukes all the chili he just ate back into the bowl. The guy next to him says, "That's as far as I got too."
Was the chili chunky? I added to it. Oh, it's an addendum. Oh my God.
Don't forget that one. You're going to want to tell it.
Yeah, it's. Do you want us to retell it? Just so you get it right? Hey, what happened to the boy?
So the boy grew up to be a man.
Oh, cool. That makes sense.
And he moved away.
Sure.
He loved his mom and he loved his dad, but he longed to change his name. Then one night, a name came in a dream. He was in the arms of an old gray man who called himself Eugene. My name's Elvis Einstein Rockefeller Jones. The day that I was born, it was raining sticks and stones. I didn't have a family and I didn't have a home. But with a name like that, how could I go wrong? Elvis Einstein Rockefeller Jones. That's my name. Yeah. What's that? That song is on our first album. I can't hear what you're saying. But
She was asking if it was a.
oh no, we just made it up. But
You prompted yourself.
I self-prompted. Is that a thing? Can you do that?
I think self-prompting. I wouldn't Google that.
Can you go blind?
Yeah, your eyes will stick like that if you. Elvis Einstein, Rockefeller Jones. It's on our very first record, which is called Wreck and Sow, and there's a picture of a wrecked car in front of a wheat field. Wreck and Sow. Pretty good, right? Thank you. You'll be all right. Just breathe. Just breathe in. There you go. I know these jokes they're that funny. I know.
before it's too late. There ain't no light that can shine in your darkness. No fire can live in this cold. There ain't no wound that can heal in your sadness. I'm getting out before I get old. And I won't look back when I walk away like I did before. Don't try to tell me you'll change if I stay, 'cause I don't hear you no more. enjoying your company. I'm getting out before it's too late.
It's folk heavy metal. It's really more psychedelic rock than heavy metal. More Blue Cheer than Motley Crue.
It's got elements of John Denver.
Good night, everybody. That's our time. You're right. It's a little bit country. A little bit rock. Oh, no, that's not John Denver. That's the other
Donnie
guy.
Murray.
Right. John Denver's the Rocky Mountain High guy.
That's right.
Yeah, Colorado.
That's right.
All right, cool. Whew, I'm glad we got that straight. How you guys doing? You guys have the best view of the night, really. Looking good? Everything's okay? Thanks, dude. Triggered. He said, I'm going to have a hard time waking up from this dream. Oh, that's so much nicer. I'm going to take my time waking up from this dream. Thank you. I'm sure it wasn't sarcastic. Well, I used to ride a little motorbike, one block down, two more to the right, out through a cul-de-sac into open space and time. And I had a lot of friends around here. They've all moved on, all but disappeared, taking on identities in another place and time. Well, I think it may be time to make a move. Tired of this town, tired of this groove, and I've been contemplating moving on down the line. Asheville, Nashville, Memphis, Tennessee, don't make no difference, all the same to me. We'll be gone by Christmas. Honey, don't you move too slow. I'm on my way back home. I used to stay out almost every night, outskirts of town, pale moonlight, finding my identity in another place and time. And now I drive around my high school town, eyes wide open, good look around. The place is like a skeleton without a reason or rhyme. Well, I think it may be time to make a move. Tired of this town, tired of this groove, and I've been contemplating moving on down the line. Mansfield, Macon, Washington, D.C., don't make no difference, all the same to me. We'll be gone by Christmas. Honey, don't you move too slow. I'm on my way back home. We got this wide open free country, thousands of miles from sea to sea. Now don't you wanna see that other sea with me? Well, I think it may be time to make a move. Tired of this town, tired of this groove, and I've been contemplating moving on down the line. Austin, Boston, Waimea Bay, come on, let's get with it. Gotta find a way to be gone by Christmas. I can't wait another day. I'm going home. I'm going stay. Right back to California where I belong. Thanks, you guys. How's everybody doing? Everybody, if you feel like it, you don't have to, but everybody stand up who wants to. Just stand up right where you are. You don't have to do anything else. Nobody feels like it. That's good. Really, stand up. There's blood that's been leaving your butt, and it needs to come back, and you need to feel it again, and remember to breathe. All right, now you can sit. Actually, you put your right foot in, you put your right foot out. Take it. Oh my God. And what is it? Beautiful. Give yourselves a hand. Have a seat. What if the hokey pokey really is what it's all about? Did you hear that the writer of the hokey pokey died? It's terrible. They had a terrible time at his funeral, keeping his right foot in the coffin.
Actually, I have heard that.
You might have heard that before. 25 years we've been together, ladies and gentlemen. We can finish each other's... That was hilarious. You're supposed to say sandwiches. Finish each other's chili. Oh, my God. Winner! You've won. You move on to the next level. Hollywood, coming your way. That was amazing. We finish each other's chili, she said. What should we do next?
Well, I only have one more song I'd like to do.
Let's do it.
Okay. And then we could do Sink or Swim. We have your new song.
Yeah, let's do that one. We'll do Sink or Swim. And then we'll do these two songs, and then that'll be the end of the show. And then we'll do I don't care if you clap or not after that second song. Doesn't matter. We're going to do another song or two after that anyways. We're just going to take an encore from you, whether you want one or not, because the truth is we have nowhere to go. We don't have a backstage with like a towel and cucumber sandwiches or anything like that. Is that still a thing? Cucumber sandwiches? I just know that's what Fleetwood Mac used to have cucumber sandwiches backstage. I read it in a book somewhere. All right. Okay, yeah, let's do that.
When we played those songs off the first album, it made me want to play this one too. This is just a song about love and sacrifice. Her pride and his joy was raven black, and it ran like a river of silk down her back. And she brushed it every morning 100 times, and he washed it for on Saturday nights. Then a drought struck the heartland. 1935, they didn't have water for Saturday nights. It all seemed so hopeless, so she cut it with the shears. And he held her close and said through her tears, I'll build you a barrel to catch the rain, to wash out the dust of the Kansas plain. I swear you'll never have to cut your hair again. If it's the last thing I do on this earthly plane, I'll give you a barrel of rain. So he worked in the evenings when he finished up the chores, and cut out some staves from a chest of drawers. Then he bound them with leather and sealed them with tar. Then he got to his knees and prayed in the yard. I've built this barrel to catch the rain, to dust of the Kansas plain. If you give me this, Lord, I'll never ask nothing again. Just a little thundercloud now and then to give her a barrel of rain. Well, the rain never came. The barrel sat dry, and she watched as the truth of it ate him alive. Then God took the crops, and the bank took back the land. And when his spirit broke, he just folded his hand. As the sun beat down on his thirsty grave, she thought of the fields that he plowed in vain. Then she screamed at the sky with all her rage and pain. Oh, he didn't want much and he never complained. Dear God, he just wanted a barrel of rain. Pride and his joy is now white as milk, and it runs down her back like a river of silk. And all brought to these Oregon shores was a barrel made out of an old chest of drawers. And the neighbors all whisper that she's insane, the way that she stares at the driving rain and waits for the gutters to fill it up again. Then on Saturday nights, if the sky is tame, she washes her hair in a barrel of rain.
I picked it up one time and broke it, and the string broke.
I thought I heard a string break.
Yeah, it's still mad at me for something that happened the other day. It's the missionary tuning. It wasn't the G string. Too bad, huh? Everybody okay? Okay, just making sure. Kegel Canyon. Kegel. Is it Kegel or Kegel? It's Kegel Canyon, but how do you pronounce Kegel? Kegel? It's not Kegel? Okay.
Rhymes with bagel. Kegel bagel. Or Kegel beagle. I guess they both work.
Remember on Three's Company, they would all go to the bar called the Regal Beagle?
Yeah, I do.
And that rhymes with Kegel Bagel. Kegel Bagel.
You get
Beagle.
Kegel bagels at the Regal Beagle.
I'm getting seasick. This is amazing. Are we talking out loud? Shoot. We have to remember not to do that. I told you.
Come and knock on our door.
Oh, my God. We probably should do a song. All right, well, we'll do this song. We're going to do this song, and then we're going to do, then that's going to be it. Then we're going to do another song. I don't know yet, but I'm going to. Oh, yeah, let's do Sink or Swim. Yeah, that's cool. We'll do this, and then I'll change. Okay. These actually, you can put them in different tunings. You don't have to have two.
I've heard of that. I mean, leaving in whatever came from the store, but
They come tuned from the factory. rivers on the rise, swift and gentle like the breeze, swallows everything but sky, and it suffocates the trees. Here comes the water. Should I struggle or give in? And does it even matter if I sing?
If I sing,
If I sink or swim? Now there ain't no more higher ground. As far as I can see, my heart begins to pound. You know, it's getting tough to breathe. Here comes the water. Should I struggle or give in? Does it even matter if I sing?
if I sing,
If I sink or swim? Your love is like the ocean. It's beautiful and dangerous, a tempting magic potion. Not enough is just too much. Here comes the water. Should I struggle?
should I just
give in? Does it even matter if I sing? If I sink or swim? Struggle or give in? Thanks, you guys. No, really, stop. No, stop. It's in G. G? Okay. That's really nice of you guys. So we're called Berkeley Heart. We're from San Diego, California. And we know a lot of you already. We probably met you at a folk alliance or some folk festival or Kulaks or McCabe's or someplace along the way, like maybe in Altadena at the Backstage Live. What was that called? The Coffee Gallery Backstage, Bob Stain. Russ and Julie's, yeah, or maybe Julie's Joint. That's right, Russ and Julie are the folk mafia. Well, that's much better.
So this old guy dies, and his wife's at the mortuary with the funeral director making arrangements. And she says, I'd like him to be buried in a nice blue suit. The guy says, well, he's in a really nice black suit. She goes, no, I want a blue suit. Here's a blank check. He goes, okay. It's a few days later at the service, and she comes up to the director and goes, that blue suit is perfect. Thank you so much. It's exactly what I had in mind. And he says, yeah, no problem. Here's your check back. And she goes, well, I don't understand. And he said, well, after you left, another woman brought her dead husband in, and he was in this beautiful blue suit. And they were about the same size, and I looked at him, and, I just switched heads.
Yeah.
You wanted me to repeat the punchline?
Yeah, that's how he died. Chili. He died of chili. He chilled to death. I'll stop. So, we're all Californians, right? Everybody here, we all live here now, at least. Maybe you came from somewhere else. California's full of come-heres. There's a lot of us been-heres. I was born in San Diego at Sharp Hospital in 1970. And I love this state. I would argue that I've seen most roads in this state. I've been around a lot and gotten to play gigs everywhere. And it's an amazing place. And if you look at California on a map, it's crooked. It's bent. California, it's crooked in all sorts of ways. But if you look at it on the map, it's bent. It's kind of it comes to a point, right? A point conception, they call it. And the Chumash Indians actually that are from that place, they believed that all life entered and exited the planet from that point. They called it the Western Gate. And I started to think about that, and over the past few years, I've started to lose some friends, some Californians, people that love this place, family too. I started to think about, I wonder where Californians go when they die. Now, I don't mean where do they end up when they die. I mean, where do they go first, I started to think about that Western Gate. This is where this song came from. Thanks for being here, you guys. We're so honored to play music for you. Thanks for having us, man. You have the best name in the history of the world, the Third. That's how I'm going to remember it. I'm just a traveler and I'm just a ghost. I come from stardust to the California coast, entangled for eternity, though I'm in the wind. You become a part of me, your beauty has no end. Goodbye, California, I'm leaving you tonight, out across the ocean where the moon is setting bright. Though I have returned to dust, I'll always be your friend. Goodbye, California, amen. Only human, at least until tonight. Storm the Western Gate, second star to the right. There's no telling where I'm bound or where this road might end. But paradise might let me down. I've already been to heaven. Goodbye, California, I'm leaving you tonight, out across the ocean where the moon is setting bright. Though I have returned to dust, I'll always be your friend. Goodbye, California, amen. Goodbye, California, I'm leaving you tonight. Out across the ocean where the moon is setting bright. Though I have returned to dust, I'll always be your friend. Goodbye, California, amen. Goodbye, California, amen. Goodbye, California. And all the people say, amen. Good night, everybody. Thank you so much. Wonderful sound, man. Thank you very much. Oh, thanks, guys. Standing. Oh, wow. I know your butts are just asleep, but we appreciate it anyways. Thanks for being
everybody.
here. Enjoy your song circle. Thanks, you guys.